Start your day with the Holy Spirit. Daily devotional to learn English and grow your faith. Each morning is a fresh start, a new opportunity to walk with the Holy Spirit. The way we begin our day sets the tone for everything that follows. When we wake up, our minds are often filled with thoughts of what needs to be done, the responsibilities we carry, and the challenges ahead. But before anything else, we should invite the Holy Spirit into our hearts. In Proverbs 3:5-6, the Bible teaches us to trust in the Lord with all our hearts and not lean on our own understanding. When we acknowledge Him in everything, He will guide our paths. So, before reaching for our phones, before planning our schedules, let's take a moment to surrender our day to God, asking for His presence, wisdom, and peace. No matter what happens, we are never alone. The Holy Spirit is our source of wisdom when we are confused, our strength when we are weak, and our peace when we are anxious. When we take time each morning to connect with Him, we allow His power to shape our thoughts, words, and actions. Instead of reacting with fear or frustration, we learn to respond with patience, love, and faith. The more we spend time with the Holy Spirit, the more we become like Jesus, reflecting His love to those around us. The Holy Spirit is our helper, our guide, and our comforter, and when we begin our day with Him, we receive the strength to face anything that comes our way. Life can be unpredictable, filled with moments of joy, but also struggles and disappointments. Some days we feel strong and confident, while other days we feel weak and uncertain. But one thing remains constant: God's presence in our lives. Jesus promised in John 14:16-17 that the Holy Spirit would be with us forever. Our morning prayer does not have to be long or complicated. It can be as simple as saying, "Holy Spirit, guide me today. Help me to walk in your wisdom and love." Starting the day with the Holy Spirit does not mean that we will not face difficulties. The Bible is clear that in this world we will have trouble, John 16:33. But when we walk with the Holy Spirit, we are not overcome by challenges. We are empowered to overcome them. Think about the story of David when he faced Goliath. This shift in perspective transforms not only our attitudes, but also the way we experience life. We learn to walk by faith and not by sight, trusting that God is in control. As we go through the day, we need to remain connected to the Holy Spirit. It is easy to start the morning with a prayer and then forget about God when life gets busy. But true spiritual growth comes when we invite the Holy Spirit into every part of our day. He was just a young shepherd, but he was filled with the Spirit of God. While others saw a giant too big to defeat, David saw a giant too big to miss. His confidence was not in his own strength, but in God's power. In the same way, when we start our day with the Holy Spirit, we develop the courage to face obstacles with faith. Instead of focusing on problems, we focus on God's promises. Instead of being overwhelmed by fear, we are strengthened by faith. These small choices, made in the power of the Holy Spirit, shape our character and bring us closer to God. The more we practice walking in the Spirit, the more natural it becomes, and soon we find ourselves living a life that reflects the love of Christ in everything we do. Even when the day is difficult, we can find peace knowing that the Holy Spirit is working in us and through us. Sometimes we may not see immediate results, but faith teaches us to trust God even when we do not understand. In Galatians 5:22-23, the Bible talks about the fruit of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. These qualities grow in us when we stay connected to God. When we are stuck in traffic, instead of getting frustrated, we can choose patience. When someone speaks harshly to us, instead of reacting in anger, we can respond with kindness. In Romans 8:28, we are reminded that God works all things for the good of those who love Him. This means that even our struggles are being used to shape us, strengthen us, and prepare us for greater things. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" we can ask, "Holy Spirit, what do you want to teach me through this?" Every challenge is an opportunity to grow in faith, to develop perseverance, and to trust in God's perfect timing. When we start our day with this mindset, we no longer live as victims of circumstances, but as victorious children of God, knowing that nothing can separate us from His love. At the end of the day, as we prepare to rest, we can take a moment to reflect on how we have walked with the Holy Spirit. Were there moments when we allowed fear or frustration to control us? Were there times when we responded with love and faith instead of anger and doubt? God does not expect us to be perfect, but He desires that we keep growing. In Lamentations 3:22-23, we are reminded that His mercies are new every morning. No matter how the day went, we can always come to God with a heart willing to learn and grow. Before closing our eyes, we can thank the Holy Spirit for guiding us, ask for forgiveness where we fell short, and prepare our hearts to wake up the next morning ready to walk with Him again. By doing this daily, we develop a deep and unshakable faith, learning to rely on God in every moment of life. Let today be the beginning of a new habit, starting each morning with the Holy Spirit. No matter where you are in your faith journey, know that God is always near, ready to lead and guide you. The more we walk with the Holy Spirit, the more we experience the fullness of life that Jesus promised. So, as you wake up tomorrow, before anything else, take a deep breath, thank God for a new day, and invite the Holy Spirit to walk with you. This simple act will transform your days, strengthen your faith, and bring you closer to the purpose God has for you.